All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church. Congregation, come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I want to talk about something. It's serious though, okay? But I can smile and I can be joyful that by the grace of God, Charleston White was able to walk away from this situation unscathed. Thank God for that. Because in my opinion, this looked like this was somebody was trying to make this turn evil. But for God, like he said, he don't walk in fear. Charles White was saying that, and I'm gonna get into this. He was saying that he don't walk in fear. And when you don't, and you know that God is with you, who can be against you, right? But this situation, and I'm talking about his recent interview that he had to walk off from Go Crazy podcast in St. Louis, um, or East St. Louis, Illinois. I'm not quite sure where that Go Crazy podcast is located at, but it's called Go Crazy Podcast. Listen, the way they behaved, if they don't give, way they conducted themselves, the way they behaved, um, they need to apologize like grown men. Take the high road and apologize to Charleston White. They should do it. Because nothing good or prosperous is going to happen um, from that Go Crazy podcast. They just committed YouTube suicide, basically. If they don't make it right with Charleston White and apologize, they should FaceTime him and make it right with him and apologize. Be men, because they was wrong, like dead wrong, and it could have been a deadly situation. And for some reason, I almost got the feeling that they was trying to turn it into like a fight, something deadly, right? Like the devil, he tried to operate in, uh, the devil tried to step on a toe, try to, shoulder somebody. You see what I'm saying? To get to where he want to get to and get Charleston in a situation where now a gun being let off. And I have every reason to believe that could have went down because of how he was describing the whole area. And I'm looking at the situation. The situation looked like the area and everything. It was spooky because the area and the situation looked like the Krishan Rock situation where she booked two content providers on YouTube, and they felt like the one YouTuber felt like his idea was being taken, his content was being taken, and he went to go do something about it, and it just got all bad. People got jumped and beat up, and a fault broke out, and guns got pulled out, or a gun got pulled out. But it seemed like that same situation was trying to be created in this situation that Charleston White found himself in at that Go Crazy podcast. And so, um, what I want to say is that here's what I believe went wrong. And this is why I was talking about when I was doing my first videos, when I came back to doing the YouTube videos for Street Church Network, I was talking about YouTube gone wrong. YouTube and gone wrong. And this is YouTube and gone wrong. This is YouTube and gone wrong. Because first of all, they were disrespectful. Secondly, they were unprofessional. And thirdly, they were exhibiting threatening behavior towards a guest. someone they had paid for an interview. You pay somebody to come on a podcast. You want to cast the best light on your podcast. Even if you feel negative about the person that you paid for. You paid them. Why lose out? And Charleston White is not going to do nothing but bring you views, bring you likes, and bring you subscribers. All of those are plus. Yeah, you put that money back that, because Charleston walked off and gave them their money back. But now you just sitting with that money. And that money ain't growing. They was all iced out, so I ain't saying nothing here and there, but how you think they probably getting their money, right? Not accusing them of nothing. I'm not alleging nothing, right? Well, I am alleging something. Sorry about that. I am alleging something. But they looked like they was some straight street dudes, and both of them was iced out. And I mean, the money might be getting cleaned up right now, but I don't think that money was always clean. So here it is. You know what I'm saying? You got this money and you want it to grow. You want to stay out the streets. Well, let's just say you got it out the streets. You got it out the mud. Let's say you got it out the mud. Let's say these two individuals got it out the mud. Well, you want to bring the money back into the mud? Because that's what they look like. And they look like they was trying to press them because they was already iced out, right? They was already ready to go and do the numbers. And that's the problem with them. I believe it's the problem with them. Because that's what they wanted to show, is that they could take back the money and how much money they had gave them. It was a knot. I'm old school. I'm 50. It was a knot. I say knot. It was a knot. That's how we say it in Michigan. We used to say it's a knot. You got a knot. Say K-N-O-T, knot. You got a knot on you. Like a knot on your head. Right? And they had a knot. They gave him a grip. But that money could have turned into, they could have had him back. If the interview would have went good, Charleston would have had no problem coming back. Doing more business with him. He needed to feel safe and he needed to feel loved. That's what make him come out. Safe and loved. And who else wouldn't want that? You know what I'm saying? But what they was trying to do is they was trying to speak on behalf of everybody else who is mad at Charleston. They wanted to be the spokesman for the people that's mad and hate on Charleston. That's where they went wrong. They wanted to be the people that was the spokesman for who hates Charleston, who wants to have be the first person to stand up to Charleston and win in a verbal sparring match. That's what they wanted to be. Both of them wanted to be that. Get off. Tell him where he can get off at. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to be the ones that silenced Charleston. They wanted that credit, and that's stupid. For one thing, that man has an uncanny ability and he was ready to get down with them, you know what I'm saying? And bring the conversation wherever they wanted to do. If they had just done it respectfully, if they had just, not even respectfully, if they had just done it with some limitations and with some semblance of professionalism. They ain't have to have it all, but with some, calm it down and let him answer a question and then get hype again. Because he would have obliged them. But they didn't want to keep it internet. They really wanted to get street with him. And I could see the whole setup. They wanted to go and get it. They was trying to set him up. I'm telling you right now. I seen it. I seen it even with the young dude. The young fella wasn't even trying to have it. He wasn't trying to have it. You know what I'm saying? he was trying to act like he was a young hitter. I don't know where, what I'm saying, if he really is about that life or whatever. But that's how he wanted to be. He wanted to be a young hitter and a refuser of what Charleston White had for him. And I could hear Charleston White trying to bring it to him. And I can see where he was going to be right at. And then another thing is that it just was unsafe for Charleston. Charleston, listen to me. If you see this video, if anybody show you this video, man, we love what you have done. We love what you're doing. What we would love to see is what you're going to do. Get what I'm saying? We love what you done. We love what you're doing. We just want to see, we would like to see what you're going to do so we can love that too. You get what I'm saying? But you can't keep doing it like you're doing it no more. You bigger than what you think you is. And the threat against you is bigger. The threat against you is bigger. The threat against you is bigger. And you got to listen to me. You got to get better security. You got to get more on point. I know, and I believe this when you say this, that you willing to die, kill, or go to jail behind what you believe. But you don't have to do it so soon. And it don't have to be untimely. We can live with dignity. We can die with dignity. So listen to me, Charleston White. This ain't somebody that's hating on you. This ain't somebody that got no hate for you. I respect all of what you did. Respect all of what you're doing. I just want to be able to see what you're going to do. So I can see if I'm going to love that too and respect that too. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. You know what? Me and you is alike because it's hard for us to take the advice that we give and give it to ourselves. It's hard to take the advice that we give and give it to ourselves. That's you. Because it's me. We're rigid when we come to that. But you got to start being rubber when it comes to that. You hear your own advice. You know what I'm saying? You see people who move and slip or lack or loaf in an area and they end up getting killed and gunned down. Or they think it's sweet when it ain't. And that's what it is. I don't know what they said to convince you, because normally your radar is on point. But I think the person that you was with was the one that said it's all good. But let me show you something about that. Them dudes was slick enough to send the old heads to you so you could feel comfortable. Look where you was at. Chicago, Illinois is basically Chicago. St. Louis is basically Chicago. They kissing cousins. They sent the old head to you to make you feel comfortable. For some reason, God, the angels that God have sent in your life, they won the war against Satan's angels, his fallen, them evil spirits. They won that day. That's all that was. It was a battle going on, and when you walked off, that helped the battle be won. Because you didn't no longer engage, right, in the war that was starting. Because behind the scenes, Satan was already working with them two men that was supposed to be interviewers on a podcast. Satan was already working to do what he wanted to do, to snatch you up out of here. But when you walked away, your angels won the accusation. Your angels, who God assigned to you, won. That's how they go. If you don't believe me, look at Daniel. Daniel prayed for 21 days. And the angel came to him finally to answer his prayer and said, we would have came to you sooner, but we had to war with those that go work for Satan. It's in the Old Testament. Daniel was praying to God for 21 days without an answer from God. And finally the angel said, man, we had to do battle to get this answered prayer to you. It took battle to get there. We had to battle to get there. And a lot of times, those battles that's going on, we go against the battles and we do something rash or in haste, and that's how our angels are not there, because they battling for this last prayer that you had or this last move that you made. They in battle to get that done. And you done went over here and not waited for God. Or not do what you do to get into the will of God for that day. You know what you do, whatever you do, because we all do it. We all do something to get prepared and in the will of God for a day, right? Those who believe, right? Who really believe. You know, I know you believe. But those who believe, prepare, they do things to get in the will of God. Kiss their wife, fix their wife breakfast, take care of their kids, you know, be the one to drive the kids to school for that day, things of that nature, you know, and all the time praying to God and thanking God, you know, and being thankful. And then angels come to that righteousness and that integrity causes angels to come to that. And that's how we're prepared day to day. Look in the Bible. Look at David. The day that he stayed in the kingdom instead of going to battle when kings go to battle is the day that he looked upon Bathsheba and saw her nakedness. And when he saw her nakedness, he became lustful over her, and he did whatever it was to lay with her, kill her, have her husband killed in battle. All because he didn't go to battle like kings should. It was a season where kings have to go to battle. They should go to battle. He didn't go. And he fell into something, adultery and murder. Adultery and murder. Because of it. Because he didn't do what he normally do to align himself in the will of God. And I'm telling you, as you continue to grow, man, continue to align yourself in the will of God. Continue to be charitable. Continue to do good. And continue to check your integrity, your humility. Do all of that. Charleston White, I'm talking to you. If you see this video, somebody show you this video, I'm giving it to you with a spirit of meekness and out of love. Because that situation you went through at Go Crazy podcast, man, it looked like they wanted to kill you. I'm just keeping it real. It looked like they wanted to snipe you out. It looked like they wanted to slide on you, whatever they call it in the streets. And your spirit called on it when you said, I'm an angry dude just like y'all. Like y'all be wanting to get up and just shoot up something, light everything up. However you said it, I'm paraphrasing. But you said it. And when you called that, did you notice how more angry they got? Because you called them on it? You better pay attention. I'm telling you. Listen, Charleston White. It's some people, man. It's millions of people that love you, but it's millions of people that hate you. Or I should say, it's millions of people that love you, but it's thousands of people that hate you, and it's just enough to take you. It's just enough to take you. So listen to what I said in this video. Just if somebody show you this video, listen to what I'm saying in this video, because it's out of a spirit of meekness and love. And I don't want to see an untimely death with you. I'm going to talk about something else, and it's concerning you in another video. But for now, this is just for you, though. And Go Crazy podcast. Y'all two men should be ashamed of yourself. Not because I think I'm gangster, man, and I'm riling up for Charleston White. Ooh, yeah, man, you done made me mad enough. I come down there. No, that ain't that. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all never be able to be a successful podcast because y'all still want to have that street mentality. You can't be sliding on no podcast. You can't get puffed up. You got to be neutral. You got to be neutral. I ain't telling you can't be aggressive, but do some research. Study him. You just think you know him because you done heard some stuff, and you only thinking you know him because you ain't thinking about what he said. You thinking about how he said it. And you want to be angry with him. Y'all came at that being angry at him. You wanted to be you wanted to go down in history as the one that checked him. And that's why he checked out on you, because he already seen it. That wasn't your viral moment. Your viral moment was, man, I'm going to have 3 or 4 interviews with him. I'm finna be the new podcast he come to. He can trust. I'm going to make this city safe for him. We need him. We need him to keep giving us this. That's what you should have been. You should have been the podcast that he can come to and feel safe in St. Louis or East St. Louis, Illinois. That's what he should have felt like. And you was dirty for sending the old head to him to make him feel like he was safe, only to send him there and feel and be treated like he was. Why would you do that to the old head? Why would you do that to that old man like that? That wasn't right. Y'all ashamed of yourself. Apologize to Charleston White, though. And this ain't me saying apologize because, oh, we're going to do something to you. Get that out your brain. I'm saying it because it's the right thing to do. Do you understand that? And I had the same meekness and love for seeing you grow and really getting it out the mud, but getting out the mud for me to even say this to you. That's why I'm saying it to you. You need to apologize to Charleston White for having him come on your show, a show that's supposed to be professional and open for those who come to your show who you pay to come on your show, or those who you have come on your show. You're supposed to be neutral with everybody who comes on your show. All your feelings and all of that should go right out the door. Soon as the cameras come on, all of that should go out the door. And you should be tactful in your approach at all times. And have some taste. That's for Go Crazy Podcast. All right, y'all. This is Street Church. I'm letting the congregation out. God bless.